What's up guys and girls, welcome back to another edition of The Cocktail Guy and another in my weekly playlist of classic cocktails versus my riffs. In this week's video, I'd like to share with you guys the Manhattan. Now the history of this great classic, like so many others, may well be lost to the history pages of time. But whether you're a dry, perfect or sweet Manhattan fan, this cocktail in my opinion is acceptable to drink at any time of the day. All you're going to need in order to make my variation of a classic Manhattan is some bourbon, some sweet and dry vermouth, some maraschino liqueur if you have it, and some orange bitters. And for my riff, I am going to be making a strawberry infused bourbon using some strawberry jam. Now, if you haven't already checked it out, please do check out this post up here. This is my home hack G&Ts made using some infused jam or marmalade into some gin. They are uber delicious, so simple, takes no time at all. You just need to infuse it, forget about it, leave it for a day and then filter it. And you end up with this beautifully tropical, fresh, strawberry flavored bourbon. And if you choose not to put it into your Manhattan, just chuck it in the fridge and just pour it into a shot glass and it is delicious. However guys, here is my version of the classic Manhattan. I'm going to start with our bourbon. I'm going to pour in 60 mils or 2 ounces. Sweet Vermouth. I'm going to go with about 22 mils, 3/4 of an ounce of Sweet Vermouth. Dry Vermouth. I'm going to go with 15 mils or half an ounce. And orange bitters, and I'm just going to go with 2 dashes. All right. Add our ice, so we're going to stir this down. Just going to give this a little bit of a stir. And then I'm going to leave it to the side for just a few seconds and I'll explain why in a minute. There we go. Okay, we're going to put that to one side. Now, for my rinse. Now I explained earlier that I like to use maraschino, but I'm not going to add it into my drink. I'm just going to rinse the inside of the glass. So I'm literally just pouring in a milliliter of maraschino into my martini glass. I love these little beautiful, these are like 4.5 ounce martinis. They are dangerous because it's essentially a large shot, right? Is 4.5 ounces a large shot? Anyway, it's a 1 sip martini. Anyway, we're just going to rinse the inside of this glass with our maraschino. And then we're going to discard any of the liquid that is left over after we've coated our glass. There we go. Get rid of the last few drops. Now you can, if you have one, just decant some maraschino into an atomizer bottle and just spray inside the glass. It's absolutely fine. But we're going to continue to stir this for a few more seconds. Obviously, like most stirred drinks, we're stirring it for approximately 20 seconds and then we're going to strain it into the glass. Okay, now here is our lovely Manhattan. Okay, and then the garnish for this, I've opted for an orange zest, and all I've done is taken a small corn of orange zest and I've used just a bottle cap just to press through it, and you've ended up with this kind of like beautiful star or sun-shaped zest, which we're just going to express over the top of the drink. Down the stem, obviously, because as we're picking up the glass, you get the lovely aromatics from the oils. And then just on top of the drink. And there we have it, guys. That's my version of my favorite recipe of a Manhattan. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Love it. Who won't love a Manhattan? There we have it, guys. That is a classic Manhattan. I'll see you guys in a second. I'm going to wipe down this station and we'll be back with my riff on this great whiskey classic. Okay guys, and now it's time for my riff on the Manhattan. So I'm going to be sticking with bourbon, just like the classic. I'm also going to be sticking with Sweet Vermouth. For my recipe though, I have subbed out my Dry Vermouth for some Fino Sherry, and today I'm going with some Tio Pepe. I'm also going to be keeping with the maraschino, just for a little bit of additional sweetness, and my orange bitters. But the most important transformation is strawberry infused bourbon. Now, if, as I said at the beginning of this video, if you haven't already gone and checked it out, please do check out this link up here. This is for my home hack pinked G&Ts. The principle is exactly the same. All I have done is I've infused gin, or bourbon in this case, with some marmalade or some strawberry jam to make the most amazing transformed, uber simple, quaffable, chuck it in the fridge and just have a sip of it out of a chilled shot glass ingredient. And it is, as I said, super simple to make. And all I have done is I have taken 100 grams of strawberry jam, just like this one here. I've added it to a sealable container and poured over 250 milliliters of bourbon. Sealed it, given it a good old shake, and then left it to one side for 24 hours. Now, every time I think about it, I've returned back to the container, given it another good old shake just to encourage that infusion, and then given it a taste after 24 hours, and you may well feel that you want a little bit more of a longer infusion process. 24 hours was enough for me. And then I poured it through a coffee filter. Now, this does take a little bit of time, but the result is absolutely delicious. And what we have here is our sort of ruby red strawberry jam infused bourbon, which we are going to add to our Manhattan. So, for my riff, I'm going to take 2 ounces or 60 mils of my strawberry jam infused bourbon. Keeping with my Sweet Vermouth, I'm going to be adding in a 1/4 ounce, 7.5 to 10 mils of my Sweet Vermouth. I don't want to add too much because the strawberry jam has imparted some sweetness as well to the bourbon. And then for my Fino Sherry, I'm going to go 1/2 ounce or 15 mils. And then 2 dashes again of my orange bitters. Give it a mix and a taste. It's beautiful. Right, I'm going to stir this down with ice again to chill and dilute. There we go. Okay, so just like the classic, we're going to leave it to one side, and then we're just going to rinse the inside of the glass with some maraschino. There we go. Literally a mil. As I said before, if you have an atomizer, just atomize inside the glass. There we go. And I'm just going to discard the unwanted drops. Okay. There we go. Now, I've decided not to garnish this drink just because I think the flavors in this cocktail are already impactful and they're already flavorful. We've got the strawberry, we've got the orange bitters. Obviously, you have the maraschino and we have the Fino Sherry as well. So personally, I'm not going to garnish this. If you do want to garnish this, please do go ahead and garnish this with an orange zest or even a lemon zest. It will really kind of add a nice bright aromatics to this cocktail. However, for my riff, I've decided not to garnish it. I have to say, I've been looking forward to trying this. It's been a while since I've tried this drink. But there we have it, guys. There is my riff on the classic Manhattan. And I think these glasses are perfect for this because they are literally 1, maybe 2 sips, depends how big your sip is. Martinis or even, you know, Manhattan or Vespers or, you know, Gibson cocktails glasses, but they're delicious. There we have it, guys. That is the classic Manhattan and my riff on the classic Manhattan. As always, guys, if you have any comments, please do drop any questions below the video. Give me a thumbs up if you do like the video, and if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to this channel. I'm going to try this classic again just because, well, you know, it's an excuse, and I want an excuse to compare the cocktails. Yep, just as I thought, it's still a Manhattan. And now let's try the Riff. Well, you can really smell the strawberry. It comes through quite a lot, but I love the aromatics of the Fino sherry on this as well. Oh, mate. Oh. It is lush. I like it. I liked it when I made it. I liked it when I remade it. And I still like it. There we have it, guys. My Riff on a Manhattan. Strawberry and jam infused bourbon. Who knew? Strawberry jam in a bourbon. Go figure. There we have it, guys. Again, once again, from me to you. Until the next time. Cheers, guys. See you soon.